and mind being the sixth. Now these are also contact points for feeling. They act as contact points, where contact between the external world and the inner world occurs, and due to this contact or interaction between the external world and the internal world, mind, due to this impact, the experience you have of the impact, either as pleasant or as unpleasant or as neutral, that experience is called feeling. Now if you have understood me, be very careful of, you should be very clear about it. So these three these three things happening and creating this contact or sense impression. Based on this contact, there arises feeling. That means you are experiencing the external world. It just amounts to that. You are seeing an object. Let us say the bus is right in front of me going about here. I like the bus or I don't like it. I don't like all the gas, fumes it is from the exhaust and polluting the air. But I like the bus because it carries people, it enables people to communicate. And the civic life, therefore, civic life becomes a normal course. So no like, no dislike, but you just know that the bus is there. So if you have a sense of understanding, you will neither hate the bus nor love it. It is just a means. So if you have this kind of disinterested, detached attitude, dispassionate attitude, then you have conquered feeling. Then you have no like, no dislike, nothing. It's a detached or unattached, sort of attitude towards every experience of contact. At the contact points, there are 6 counterpoints. So 6 types of feeling can arise. Say a pleasant feeling arisen through seeing, or through hearing, or through smelling, or through tasting, or through bodily contact, or mental activity. So these 6 points, that is where, these are contact points, and that is where feeling arises. So when, let us say, you take up feeling contemplation as a serious mode of spiritual or meditative practice, sadhana, meditative practice, then if you take it seriously, you have to do, you are obliged to do. You can't help it doing it. You have to be aware of feeling from moment to moment. You have to focus your attention to what you are feeling. Now you say something, just this saying itself is accompanied by feeling. Now, if you focus your attention to this feeling, not so much to what you are saying, but what you are feeling while you are saying, then you will have complete control over what you are saying. Because what you are saying, can be reasonable, you can rationalize it, saying, oh, it's good, it's bad. You can rationalize it and just tick it off. But when you know the feeling behind what you are saying, you can't cheat yourself. That is why feeling is called Vanchaka Dhamma, a self-deceiving mechanism is set in place by feeling. One can hide one's true nature of the mind, hide one's conduct, all that one, even one can cheat oneself. Atma pravanchana, all through feeling. So if you know the feeling behind what you say, or what you do, or what you think, from moment to moment, it's impossible to cheat yourself. And when you don't like to cheat yourself, you don't like to cheat the world either. And when you cheat neither yourself or the world, you have become a truthful person. When you say, I am the owner, you are cheating yourself. You are not the owner. You own nothing, but you have the delusion of owning. When you say, I belong to this caste, you are cheating yourself. First of all, where is that you to belong? It's not there. It's only a delusive state. And where is the caste either? It's not there. It's only human formulated, just human beings have created something very nonsense. So when you say this building belongs to me, you're lying. You're cheating yourself. You don't own the building. You don't own your own body. If you say, I am, what does it mean? It means I own the body and the mind. Well, if you own your body, and if you are an old fellow like me, and you say, hey, you are 88, come on, become 20. Next moment your body must become a 20-year-old monk. No, that will not happen. That can never happen. So where is the I that owns this body? No ownership. So you see, reality is something very, very unpleasant to hear. And that is because the feeling cheating. It is unpleasant because the feeling doesn't want it. It's an unpleasant feeling. But reality is very pleasant when you have trained the mind appropriately, when your knowledge has become wisdom. It is no longer based on information or concept. It is not conceptual intellectualization of things, no. It is directly experiencing the reality behind everything. That is wisdom. It is only with wisdom that you have gone beyond feeling. Otherwise, feeling affects your knowledge. I have given you this example. You said that the house belongs to me. Where is you in the first place and where is that house? Who owns the house? All this is a kind of, this belief is based upon some concept, some knowledge, some ideas, all created by human mind. So if by training the mind appropriately, by freeing the mind of this cheating mechanism called Vanchaka Dharma, by appropriately training the mind not to cheat ourselves, not to think that we are permanent. We go and have a big bank balance and say, oh, it will be all the time protecting me. And meanwhile you will fizzle out. You yourself will not be there. So how can that money protect you? So this sense of permanence where everything is impermanent. The sense of ownership comes because of the sense of permanence. You own a building, you own a caste, you own something or whatever because you think it's going to be permanent. And you yourself, so-called you, is a permanent stuff. Nothing is permanent. Everything is impermanent. And because everything is impermanent, it arises and passes away. and by passing away again it arises. So this cycle of arising and passing away, that is called dukkha. So this dukkha, this predicament of cyclic existence comes because of impermanence. And if we can train the mind appropriately to penetrate into the true nature of impermanence, and therefore the cyclic order of existence and the predicament in that, the suffering involved in that, and that it is happening as a natural law. There is no self behind that is creating that, or a God behind that is creating that. No. It's a natural law. World is governed by dichotomy, dvandam. Feeling creates the dvandam. You like, therefore you dislike. Like and dislike, feeling. So everything has an opposite in the world. You are driving a car, what are you doing? You are just pushing your vehicle through the air and the resistance. You are overcoming the resistance. And while doing so, you are also pulling something, pulling the air from behind. And you can see that you have created so much of, dust and all that following your car. So two things are happening simultaneously, pushing and pulling. They are two opposites. So now, because there is pushing, therefore there is pulling. Because there is pulling, therefore there is pushing. They are interdependent, though they are opposites. So everything in life is opposites. Dichotomy. Loka Dhamma. Labhe alabhe. Ayase yase cha. Ninda prasangsasu. Sukhe cha dukkha. Because there is sukha, therefore dukkha. And because there is dukkha, therefore there is sukha also. And they support each other. If you are rushing to grab this, grab that and all that, this pushing business, you are also pulling something else. To lose something. If you are gaining, you are bound to lose something. So in this world of dichotomy, one supports the other like your breath. You are breathing in, immediately followed by breathing out. And then that is followed by a new breathing in. Otherwise life will cease there. If you have to live, breathing in, then breathing out, then breathing in, a cycle. You create a cycle of breathing in, respiration, and that is living. So you are from moment to moment you are dying, from moment to moment you are reborn. That is the reality of life. So all this fear about death, why? Because the sense of permanence. You think you are going to be permanent all that. No, you are not permanent even from 1 second. You are dying from moment to moment. And once you deeply understand this, then you know anatta, the impersonal law that governs both impermanence as well as unsatisfactoriness. Anicca, dukkha, anatta. They are inseparable characteristics of the same phenomenon. Three things describing the same phenomenon. Everything in the world is impermanent. Everything creates a cyclic continuity. Everything is working in an impersonal way. They are the three characteristics of everything. And that is called dukkharya satya. That is why this world is unsatisfactory as a noble truth, as a 100% sacred fact. So this knowledge, this wisdom of reality comes when you train your mind appropriately and feeling is one way of doing that. Today with this I conclude. May the grace of Bhagavan Buddha surround your life with wisdom, and may you be able to practice Vedana-Nupassana, feeling contemplation, throughout your day-to-day, throughout the waking hours. May you all be happy.